Live from the Export Beer Garden Studios and brought to you by Export Ultra, the beer for here. This is the Agenda Podcast for Tuesday the 7th of May.
The Agenda Podcast, the home of sporting nonsense and claptrap. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
Flash news thing.
Yeah, I took a slab of Export Ultra home last night.
Oh, nice.
God, it looks good in the downstairs beer fridge. Perfect size just for that one shelf.
The 24-pack.
Yeah.
That's a great beer fridge pack.
Oh, the 24-pack. Don't muck around with the 12-pack or even the 6-pack.
No. 15s? What's that about?
You can crush quite a few of these.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, you can crush the cans, obviously, is what
Yes.
you're referring
Yeah,
to.
yeah. Once you drink them, you can crush them.
Because they're a 24-pack of cans.
Yep.
I got given some beers last night as well.
Did you?
Yep. The guy who's, I think they were his friends, they crashed the truck into the house.
He listened to the potty, did he?
He must have listened to the podcast. He said, sorry, I couldn't find any exports. I was like, to be honest with you, I'm grateful. We've got enough of those around. And I just thought it was a great illustration of the power of taking a box of beer around to someone.
Yep.
It goes a long way to fixing, anything that's going on.
It is a real... It's the gesture.
It's the gesture.
Because I remember a good while ago we had a sales rep who used to work here, and we asked a certain person to go above and beyond for a campaign that we were doing.
Yeah.
And I gave them a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah.
And it was a $50, $60 bottle of whiskey. It wasn't a great bottle of whiskey, but it was a gesture to say, hey, I appreciate that you stuck around for half a day. Here's a bottle of whiskey. And on her own bat, she pulled that person aside and said, hey, look, this is quite a big deal for me, but I'd like you to accept this, and handed him an envelope with $100 in it.
Ah, trumped you.
No, but he was like, what am I, a prostitute? And he got massively offended. And he was
by
like,
the
what?
money.
Yeah, by the money. And the fact that it's not really a gesture. And when she was making it out, it was a big deal for her.
That's right.
Giving cash. And cash is not really, it's a kind of a social gesture is I've gone out and I've bought you something and I've thought about it and now I'm giving it to you and I'm sorry.
This is what I think about giving a voucher as a present at Christmas. If it's the thought that counts, a voucher doesn't count because you put no thought into
just
that.
Give cash.
Just give cash. Yeah. Having said that, I don't mind getting a voucher.
I can't stand vouchers. I don't get around to using them and then I don't use all of it and and I know someone's winning. Someone's winning somewhere.
Yeah, because the company doesn't want to make less money.
Nah, someone's winning. There's a lot of people winning and then the expiry date comes and you go, is that?
That's how they win,
Yeah.
is the expiry date, because cash doesn't have an expiry date.
Yeah, so give cash.
Oh, Bitcoin. Give ice baths. We are, Lane, we need to address this at the top.
Okay.
We're in a Twitter beef.
Oh, no.
We are in
With Drake?
a social media war. It's not with Drake. It's not with Kendrick.
Really? Who else then? If it's not those two, I'm out.
It is with Aaron Whenua Blake.
No, his dog or him?
A video you may have seen on social media came out from the podcast that we made last week. We were talking about obviously at the end of this year, the family's relocating back to Australia. They've decided that they can't take the dog with them and they were looking for a forever home. And a video of us talking about that story made it onto social media. Yeah. Subsequently made it onto the radar of Aaron Whenua Blake's wife, who then screenshotted our video, put it on her Instagram story, was like, please stop taking the piss out of us. This is a tough decision for our family.
We're not taking a piss. We're just saying that the poor dog, just get him a ticket to Australia.
Yeah, well, but somebody did mention in the comments that dog may not be allowed to go to Australia.
Is it a 501?
I don't know. No, I think there's certain dog breeds that aren't allowed in Australia, and that could be one of them.
And allowed here, but not there.
Yeah, I think there's a few of them. I don't know that to be true. All I know is the Warriors don't need this kind of distraction this year. So I'd like to offer an olive branch to the Whenua Blake family.
Big of you, yep.
I'll take the dog.
We've
been in the market for a dog, me and my partner. It's probably not the dog she was imagining when I said, yeah, let's get a dog.
That is really honourable of you to do that, Mania.
Yep.
And you're right. The Warriors don't need this distraction. They're on a 3-game slump.
Yep.
We need to rehome this dog.
So if I can take anything off their plate, and make Adam's life and job easier, then that only benefits everyone. So I'll take the dog, but I want the shirt.
Oh, okay.
I want the Versace shirt that Aaron Whenua Blake wore to the Dally M's last year.
I knew this wasn't going to be simple.
I
knew there was going to be something. There was going to be something. I knew. The set in your eye, you were like, I'll take the dog. And it was too easy, but now you want the Versace shirt that he wore.
I'll take the dog, but I want the shirt. As well as the dog. Yeah, I'll take the dog with the shit. Well, it's important when you're rehoming a dog to have some familiar scents around the house.
Oh, okay.
And I think a $3,000 Versace shirt is probably the way to go there. Now, in the post, it said that please only inquire if you're serious and if you can provide a great home for the dog. My partner's a zookeeper.
There you go.
She's trained my cat to jump through a hoop. She's trained rhinoceros to do various tasks.
Okay, here's the first flag for me. You have a cat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah.
My cat's a scrapper, though.
See that dog?
I did see that dog.
That dog would eat your cat for breakfast. Right?
Yeah. So, well, not if it's
maybe
wearing
it could be trained to like cats. You know.
Well, if the first time it meets my cat, it's wearing a $3,000 Versace silk shirt, then I think they'll get off on the right foot. Okay. And so that's my offer, my olive branch.
So your cat's going to go, damn, when he comes in with that $3,000 Versace shirt on.
I'm gonna have to explain to my cat. It's like, look, things are gonna change around here.
There's a dude coming in.
There's a dude coming. You're not gonna like it. I know you hate dogs already. Terrified of them.
But he's got some sweet drip.
Yeah. But what I want you to know is you get a $3,000 Versace shirt out of this. So that's my olive branch.
We can put it to bed.
I think we can put it to bed. They don't need any more distractions, the Warriors family. And I'd like to sincerely apologise for any distraction that they may have caused. It was never our intention to take the piss. And for the low price of one $3,000 Versace shirt, I can solve all of your problems.
Yep. Okay, good.
Something else that has inflamed the Twitter sphere, Lane, is your video from, was that even yesterday? No, last week. The group chat rules.
No, it went out on social yesterday, I think, but the podcast went out last week. Yeah, this is on group chat, sports group chats, because club rugby or kids rugby started in the weekend, and probably kids footy or kids hockey or whatever it is, but everyone's got a WhatsApp group. And I just laid some 4 basic rules around it, and I've had some great feedback. Some really supportive feedback, particularly around the group pylons of sympathy or congratulations.
Yeah.
And
the sidetracks.
One anonymous, he said, please remain anonymous on this one. He said, we had an incident last year where someone pulled out the morning of the game. So the coach simply sent a message out saying, is anyone else going to be pulling out this morning? I need to know. The mum then rocked up to the game without the son in a massive huff because there was no sympathy pylon, and the coach didn't ask if he was okay. It completely stuffed the whole season and set the complete wrong tone for the rest of the season.
Yeah, that's a culture killer.
And he said, can I suggest 2 groups, pure admin and wounding chat for the mums?
Yeah. I know on WhatsApp there is an option to reply privately to things.
Yeah. I don't get that.
But what did that parent think was going to happen?
Sympathy pylon.
They wanted the sympathy pylon?
Yeah.
So there are people that do it on purpose?
100%. Why do you think people, when they're in hospital, take a photo of their legs with the gown in the hospital and say, here again? Because they want you to go, oh my God, are you okay?
It's funny, since you've said that, and I don't think I'm alone in this, I've now, these things have started popping out at me every time they happen in a group chat. I'm in so many bloody WhatsApp group chats. I'm in a basketball one. And when someone can't come, there's literally a post here, a poll. Can you come? And the options are yes or no. By the way, polls, they will save a lot of this admin.
Yeah, so what suggested, it said polls are solving some of it.
Yes.
But it still allows people to talk.
Well, this is the problem. Here's the poll. Are you going to play in the game this week? Yes or no? Those are the options.
Yep.
And those are the only answers that you could have. So someone can't and then said, sorry, I'm out, fellas, got a work gig. It's like,
just say no, Dickie.
Just tick no. Chris Key.
Another suggestion here for another pillar is that the group chats cannot be used as veiled advertising or fundraising for another event. So
would you?
Personalised spam, I mean. So so you're in a group for a rugby chat, but then you get bombarded.
Hey, the netball team's got a fundraiser selling cheese rolls.
Yeah, you head down for the cheese roll, or someone's got a musical on. That's stay in your lane, okay?
Yeah.
Stay in your lane if it's rugby club related, or it's football club related. Sure, don't venture outside the club.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've been inundated, and I'm waiting for the blowback. Actually, I did get a couple of side eyes on Saturday when I was there.
Yeah.
A little bit, particularly when the congratulatory pylon came at the end, and I just thumbed up the coach who said, "Boys played well today. Can you get them to work on lowering their tackles?"
Yeah.
And I just thumbed up. And then everyone else piled on with, "Oh, thanks so much for your time. The boys had a great."
Yeah. It's not what, because what it is you're actually not trying to congratulate that person to make them feel better. You're doing it to be seen to be doing it so that you look better.
Yeah. And
It's got nothing to do with the guy.
And I always make my kid go up to both coaches and say, "Hey, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you." And that's my pile-on. But it's just face-to-face, the kid saying, "Hey, thanks, coach.
Yeah.
Thanks, coach. That was a good day."
Means more, costs less.
And costs me less. I reckon I lose. Having 3 kids on, I reckon, approximately 9 different group chats with 3 different sports each. I'm surprised I can do my day job.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to throw it out there.
It's, I mean, on top of the fact that there are work group chats as well.
Yes. But I feel like that's work, and we're not mucking around in our work chat group.
Yeah.
It's like, I saw this the other day, put it on the group. It's not me
We
going.
can talk about this on the podcast or the commentary.
Or someone goes, "I'm not coming in today, I'm sick." I'm not going to see someone going, "Hope you're okay."
No.
I just put a thumbs up.
Yeah. Or, okay, Joe's not going to be here today. Who can do this?
Correct.
Who can help with that?
Yeah. He's not dying of AIDS.
Yeah. And even if he is, what is a hope you're okay in a WhatsApp group
No.
going to do?
Correct. Okay.
Thoughts and prayers. No.
Anyway, it bled onto Radio Hauraki this morning on breakfast.
Did it?
They did the whole show on, but they pivoted into sideline behaviour, and the WhatsApp group was heavily involved in that, and just general chit chat. And we just got to, just be better. What I'm going to say.
Yeah. What were the issues with the sideline behaviour? Obviously, slagging off refs is one of the worst ones.
It's the slagging off the volunteer ref from someone who's never volunteered to coach, manage, or do anything to do with the club that they're involved in.
Yeah.
That was one. The punishing WhatsApp group. And the last pillar was checking out where your next affair's coming from.
Scanning the stands. I'm just feeling like, come here by yourself, did you? One of them that I would like to throw in there that a mate of mine messaged me about was the opponent's reserve who's running the touch line with the flag for the team, and they can blatantly see that your team has not touched the sideline and has scored a try. They look at the crowd, put their flag up.
Oh, yeah.
I think on the balance of a season, it evens out because that happens.
Yes.
It's
very NRL.
It's very NRL, but it's very bush footy where I've seen people I know do it for my team, and I've seen people do it for the opponents as well.
Yeah, well, it's like cricket when you're going to umpire your own team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he can turn down 2 or 3 plums, and it's the third plum EW. You got to go. You're out, mate.
You got to go.
You got to go. Man. You give everyone one chance on the plum.
Yeah,
but you got to go on the second or third one.
Yeah, I know, 100%. Well, because you got to remember that a lot of people that are reffing these things as well, or umpiring, they don't want to.
Oh, they're all under duress. I got put under a bit of pressure to be a ref. I'm like, man, I am already organising the quiz, the family day. I'm doing a lot for the club already.
Yeah,
and I've got 3 kids going 3 different directions. I'd love to once one leaves home, but then And then even the coaches and managers, they're all heroes because they're the ones at practice who are trying to control what is up to 15 kids.
Yeah, it's a thankless job.
Totally. And then you got parents who do nothing.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
Well, they are the ones messaging in the group chat to try and ease their conscience.
Yeah, and they're the ones that are arguing with the volunteer referee.
Yeah. I had to referee a game in Dunedin. It was like a competitive basketball game, and I thankfully got relieved of my refereeing duties when someone got dunked on right in front of me. I went, "Oh shit!" And then at halftime, they were like, "Hey, give us the whistle there."
I was thinking about being a ref, and it's tackle. It's like 11, 12-year-olds, and I thought about it. I'd end up commentating for a start. I'd end up going, "Oh, good hit." Ooh, Gagushka. But then I wouldn't take kindly to sideline chit chat from parents.
Yeah.
I'd probably go, stop the game and go, "Okay, mate, how are you?
Yeah.
Do you want to do this? Do you want to do this?"
Because I don't.
Because I certainly don't. I got a stinking hangover. I think I'm going to throw up, and I don't want to run around this field. But you're more than happy to come on. That would be me. And and the kids, and my son especially, he clocked this. And when I got asked, he goes, "Do you think I should be a rear ref?" And he goes, "Please no.
No.
Don't do it, Dad."
The other thing you would do is as soon as someone's parent heckled you from the stand, you'd then bin the kid.
100%. I would isolate that kid.
So quick.
And I would make his life hell.
Yeah. So quick.
Okay, who's your kid? That one.
That
okay,
one.
Good. Dude, penalty, hands in the ruck.
Yeah.
Dude, penalty. fat ass.
Third penalty, I'm sorry, go and stand behind the post. And then when
didn't do anything.
inevitably the dad runs on, you just throw him the whistle and just be like, fuck it, you do it. I don't care.
Get him back on then, mate.
Yeah, go on then, you're in charge.
Okay.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll come back and talk about actual sport. This should surprise absolutely no one, Lane, that the Graham Annesley, who's the head of the NRL coaches, Referees Association rather, he's come out today and, actually yesterday, and basically just said that the DWZ not allowed penalty try was the correct call and that it's not a penalty try.
And immediately, social media was flooded with the screenshot of DWZ in the air, contesting the ball, and who was it? Who was
Greg Maju.
Maju, not even looking at the ball.
No.
Taking his legs out.
Yes.
At what stage is he competing for the ball?
No, not at all. Because
where's the doubt?
This is the quote that they said. It's not an automatic penalty try. There's no such thing as an automatic penalty try. Clearly, the bunker felt there was too much doubt. There's two players contesting the ball. No, there's not. There's one player contesting the ball.
There is no doubt.
And the other one is holding his... In the photo that we posted, Dallin Watene-Zelezniak's holding the ball. Now, his job in a professional capacity, and he gets paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to do this, is to put that ball on the ground. You can't tell me that there's doubt as to whether he would have pulled it off or not.
Yeah. He wasn't going to. No, he was going to. No, he wasn't going to put it down.
We don't know.
He doesn't know how to score tries.
We don't know. The bunker official couldn't be sure. He couldn't be sure that as he falls to the ground, that it was solely due to the tackle that he dropped the ball. People will argue one way or the other and say, of course, he was going to score if he hadn't been contacted. But the rules make it very clear there's a decision. Either the referee or the bunker on the review have to determine whether the try would have been scored or not. But the thing is, what annoys me about this is the only times, I think we talked about it yesterday, the only times you see a penalty try awarded is when someone's someone's fouled in the act of scoring the try, and it's usually when they do score the try anyway. But or someone gets it's like a jersey pull off the ball, things like that. They can often.
But even a jersey pull off the ball, there's no guarantee they're going to score the try any more or less than this.
That's right, I know. So then never give a penalty try if that's what the ruling is. You know what I mean?
Would you rather these wounders come out with backing the bunker, or would you rather them come out and say, sorry, it should have been a penalty try?
I know which one makes me angrier, and it's the latter.
Right.
Because we get a lot of those.
Yeah.
And when we sucked, it was always... It just hurts so much for them to come out and be like, yeah, we got this call wrong, this call wrong, this call wrong. And then they just sail off into the sunset. And it's like, well, give us the points then.
Well, you've got a great theory around why we are on the wrong end of the ledger when it comes to NRL referees and bunkers. Is because
I do.
And I tend to agree because they don't get enough shit about it.
There's no repercussions.
No.
And I don't think there's a massive conspiracy against the Warriors. I just think if you're a NRL ref and you make a bad call against the Warriors, no one at the pub is going to say anything to you.
None of your family's going to
None of your family will have even seen the game. None of your mates will say anything. And to be honest, when they're doing their Monday wash-up, they don't care either.
Nah.
Because it's New Zealand. It's over there. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, no one's going to hit you up on the street, are they?
Yeah.
And go, hey, crayfish legs, you're a moron.
Yeah.
I think
it's an unconscious bias because you know you're going to get away with it.
Yeah.
If you repeatedly bombed people whose land you'd taken off them into oblivion and had gotten away with it since 1947, you'd continue to do it, you know, because you know you're going to get away with it.
Totally.
So it shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone when the refs. I do think there is an unconscious bias against the Warriors.
Yeah, well, and like you're saying, there's no social repercussions. There's no,
yeah, that's right.
You go down to your local RSL, you're not getting yelled at.
No, and if you live in Sydney and you give a bad penalty away against the Roosters, next time you're down at Bondi, you're copping it.
Yeah.
And so the next time you ref a Sydney City Roosters game, it's in the back of your head. You can't tell me it's not.
Yeah.
You're going to double think like, shit, should I actually do this or not?
So we should make all referees who referee Warriors games live in South Auckland.
Live in South Auckland. We should put them up in a shared flat in Onehunga and film the whole thing as a reality TV show.
And watch the Warriors scream up the table.
Just rocket up the table when there's all of a sudden some repercussions. Because when they're at Dress Smart getting their butter chicken from the food court and someone comes past with a bag of half-price Nikes and just gets stuck and, hey, there was a bloody penalty try. the next time they ref one of our games, things will be a lot different.
Great idea.
Sticking with rugby league, the NRLW, the Warriors are putting a team back into the comp for the first time since COVID, which is quite good. And it starts, obviously, after the Olympics, which are later on this year. July, and then, obviously, next season. So a lot of the rugby union girls, their contracts are with New Zealand Rugby Union. They want to play in the Olympics for the Sevens team. And then after that, they're off contract, a lot of them. So a lot of them are like, well, how do I get into the NRLW? And I think this can only be good for the game. It's I thought initially, they're going to get paid heaps more, and that's why they're going to do it. They're actually not. Well, they'll get paid the same for playing in the NRLW as they will for playing for the Black Ferns.
Right.
Which is not Super Rugby Opiki. But what I think for this is the best case scenario for this part of the game is that they line up all of the seasons so that you as a female rugby player can play Super Rugby Opiki and then still go and play NRLW.
I think you can. I think
you can at the moment,
Opiki season finishes in time for them to play the NRLW.
I can just see New Zealand Rugby pulling the whole, no, if you play for us, then you don't play and blah, 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 blah.
I don't think they've got a leg to stand on, though.
That's not how they make their decisions.
Are you telling me that all the Opiki players are signed to 12-month contracts?
No, I don't know. But what I'm telling you...
Not even first-class cricketers are contracted for the full year.
No. But what I'm saying is I wouldn't be... If anyone was going to do it, it'd be New Zealand Rugby, who would be like, no, you just play for us. I just wouldn't be shocked to see it. And so then they're going to have to make a decision. And I got to be honest, the NRLW seems more appealing.
Yeah, the rugby have always had a little bit of an issue with that. I remember, I think there's a bit of a to-do going on down in Hamilton Boys around a benefactor there who's of the first 15, who's also involved in the Warriors Pathway program. And a few of the players were told you had to choose one or the other. If you play league, you're not playing for the first 15.
Yes.
And he's threatened to pull all his funding from the Hamilton Boys program.
Yeah.
But that's not new. That is not new. And I mean, when I played first 15, because league are clever because they'll when is union played? They'll either play it the next day or they'll play it that afternoon.
A lot of Sunday games.
A lot of Sundays and a lot of Saturday afternoon games because your first 15 games used to be at 10 in the morning or 11. They'd schedule them for 4 in the Arvo or on a Sunday. Yeah, and the golden rule was you just never told your coach. So you go and play. Asked. Yeah, and you go play down to Frankton Albions or something and just, because when you're a teenager, untold amounts of energy and punishment, you just want to go and play footy.
Yeah.
But you never told your coach. And if they did find out, I don't think it was a jealousy thing. It was more of a don't injure yourself. That was more the, whereas the league guys, they didn't care.
No.
Come on over.
Yeah.
Come on over and get your nose flattened by someone from Tony Fidel.
We need some more players.
Yeah.
So how do I? I remember when I was at high school, I went to the first 15 trials and the guy goes, because I was playing for Waimea at the same time, but I went to high school in a different town. And they were like, so would you give up, and I was playing basketball as well, they were like, would you give up playing basketball and playing for Waimea to play in the first 15? I was like, I don't know, it's like a lot of driving and stuff. Not that they were offering me a spot, but as soon as he was like, so you're telling me that you don't want to play for the first 15? And I was like, you've just made my mind up for me. Yeah, 100%, that's what I'm telling you. I was like, this is fucking... I was like, first of all, I'm not getting a spot. I've seen the guys that are playing here.
Yeah.
You weren't picking me anyway. But the fact that you've just tried to big dick me in this, I was like, I'm out. But anyway, and that's the attitude that I think New Zealand Rugby will have with this NRL versus Opiki thing. So I can't see that working out well for any of the players. They're going to have to make a decision, and I suspect it'll be NRLW. Now it is a Tuesday. Yesterday we didn't get around to your feedback on yours, please. So we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to do just that.
Yours, please. Brought to you by Leader, home of the lasagna topper.
If you're new here, here's how this works. If you listen on the iHeartRadio app, in the bottom right-hand corner, there's a little button. It looks like a microphone. You push that. You've got 30 seconds to record a message. It's your way to be part of the show, or quite frankly, and more often than not, just slag us off.
Yep.
Either way, we'll play them, just like this. Yours, please.
I got a plan for the corner of your house, Mania. So you get a 2x4, and you have it sitting up right at the edge of your house, and on top of that 2x4, you have about 5 or 6 cinder blocks precariously balanced. Now you cut that 2x4 so you can kind of wedge those cinder blocks up against your roof and they're not going to come down. But the second someone touches that bit of wood, those cinder blocks coming straight down the roof of their car. And I'll tell you what, no one's going to fucking come near the corner of your house after they get 6 cinder blocks on their roof.
A gin trap. That's what he's suggesting there, and I like it. I like it. The fact that you just dink the side of the house and then 6 5 kg cinder blocks come thundering down on your car.
I love that he's captured the spirit of what I'm trying to do here. Is like, because that won't stop you from still hitting my house. No. It just means that when you do, it's going to fuck your shit up as well.
You're certainly not getting a box of beers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, true. There'll be no boxes of beers coming through there. Yeah, I quite like that. The gin trap, it's the bucket on top of the door approach.
Yeah.
I think that it needs to happen once, and then I need to maybe send a picture of it around to the rest of the neighbourhood. Yeah. Be like, hey, here's what happened.
Well, if a new neighbour moves in, go, hey, by the way,
hey, man,
the corner of the house is on a hair trigger.
Yeah. If you rev your car too hard, it might fall. So just...
Okay, there's a couple of issues, health and safety issues. New Zealand is in the ring of fire. We tend to be subject to quite a few earthquakes.
Seismic activity.
Yeah, so there is an issue there that neighbour may just be walking up the driveway and get crushed.
Well, the other problem is that part is actually technically a footpath. It's where you're supposed to walk, which is why it pisses me off that people keep driving over it. But if someone just walks around the corner and just walks straight into it and gets crushed under 6 cinder blocks, that's going to be a tough one to explain.
It's a price to pay, though.
Yeah, it's all swings and roundabouts, There's no perfect plan. Thank you very much for that one. I think that's a great option. I'll look into that one. Another one here. Yours, please.
Hey, lads. It's GA Pornography here. Touch tips. That's cool. I don't mind. We're all friends here. Just one question I asked the old Meta AI, because it pops up in every freaking app I have. I asked it who was the best referee in the world, and it came back with Nigel Owens, and I was like, that's bullshit, because in my opinion it sold Angus Gardner. He is by far the better referee.
Oh, you got cut off.
You got cut off. Ran out of the 30 seconds. You got to be aware of that. Nigel Owens, he's retired now, so he can't be technically the best referee in the world right now. But I would have to say that he was probably my favourite when he was refereeing.
Yeah, well, only because he's mic'd up and he was quite funny.
Yeah, he was hilarious.
But there was another referee.
We're not playing Tiddlywinks.
There was another one out of Wales.
That is Nigel Owens.
No, it was another one out of Wales. He was a big dude. Oh, God, it's on the...
tip of your tongue.
Yes, I will get his name. He was a big dude.
Teeth and the tits.
And he had that great Welsh accent as well.
The lilt. Yeah, I'm a big Nigel Owens guy.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at Angus Gardner. I saw him sliding in the background of a potential try on the weekend. That looked ridiculous. No, you don't really hear anyone slagging him off. He is Australian, is that right?
Yeah. I think so.
So you're not going to hear anyone slagging him off.
I'll find out his name. He was hilarious. He was a big dude, kind of slick back black hair. He had a big pot belly.
Yeah. Would you accept Billy Bowden? Umpire, not referee, but official.
No.
You won't accept him? Don't like him? But much?
It's a little bit much for me. I mean, the thing is, he jumped the shark when he played in Steve Waugh's. He umpired in Steve Waugh's last test, and he grabbed a stump for himself at the end of the test.
Oh.
And he said that he grabbed it because he wanted to give it to Steve, but he only said that after people said, why did you take a stump? Because Steve took his own stump. Anyway.
Oh, Steve took one from the other end. And then Billy's taken one away from himself. What about Tim Donaghy? He was the NBA ref who was shaving points and making bank.
Well, there was Steve Walsh as well, remember?
No, Steve Walsh.
Steve Walsh, he was a New Zealand referee, left New Zealand for some reason. He was married to Melody Robinson for a while, and then moved to Australia. You remember Steve Walsh? He was the first kind of celebrity international referee.
I'm sure if I saw a picture of him, I'd know who he was. I don't know. Send us your voicemails if you've got one that you'd like to nominate for the best referee. We'll get another voicemail here. Yours, please.
Hey, boys. Steve from Lagoon here. Just want to say, big thanks to the Agenda podcast, Fucking dog. Shut up, cunt. You guys plug in every day. There's fucking good content, good yarns, good laughs. Fucking love you, boys. All right, fuck off.
Oh, that's the nicest
Are you still there?
Oh, okay.
No, I love you, babes. South Canterbury sucks.
He was doing so well. He was doing so well. But look, it's great that we're servicing, it seems like, North and South Canterbury at the moment, and the regions. But hey, look, we're serving a purpose for some people, and I'll take that.
Well, it's funny because I was talking to someone around the office before, and they were saying something about, it must be great when you guys see fans of the ACC and they come up and tell you how amazing you are. I was like, funnily enough, that's not the kind of fans the ACC have.
No, they mainly finish it with like that.
Yeah. They tell you to go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
They tell you you're an idiot.
Yeah, or they pass you a beer and they say, you know the rules. You don't know what's in the beer.
No.
You drink it and then you wake up with a condom hanging out your ass.
They follow you into toilet cubicles. We've just got a very interesting, I wouldn't call them a fan base, but...
Oh, look, they're caring. I think they care. This
is how we express emotion.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way that them showing that they care. And if that's the way, then that's the way. I don't mind.
Yeah. So greatly appreciate that. And we appreciate you for listening, because if it wasn't for that, we'd probably have to go and get real jobs.
Yeah, true, actually.
All right, another one here. Yours, please.
G'day, fellas. Jack Mehoof here. Just like to jump in on the pylon about punishing group chats and just how when you say, does anyone want to go out tonight, then people go, no, I can't do this, but what about this plan? It's like, no, fuck off. You either do want to come out or you don't. I don't want to hear about that you can't do tonight, but you want to do this other night. It's just like, fuck, this is the plan. Do it or don't do it.
See? It's like, it translates across. Even if you haven't got kids, the whole ethos is the same.
Yeah.
And I would suggest to that man, forgot his first name.
Jack. Mehoff.
Okay, Jack Mehoff.
Mr. Mehoff.
Mr. Mehoff is start a community page where basically you can just shout at your mates. So
and they can't reply.
No. So you go, I'm going out at 6 o'clock night, meet me at such and such.
Or don't.
And all they can do is thumbs up or thumbs down it.
Yeah.
Or you can just send a poll, who's keen for drinks tonight, and they can't actually talk to you.
Yeah.
So that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, because it muddies the waters almost immediately when you do that kind of thing. And it's like, the other one is events on Facebook when it's like, we're having such and such 40th birthday. And please tick going or not so that we can gauge numbers. If you're going, you don't write a message. You just tick going.
Yeah.
But if you're not going, quite often people will feel the need to justify why they're not going. And what happens in that page is it turns into a list that makes it look like no one's going. Because there's like 5-6 different people who have been like, I can't go because of this, I can't go because of this. Then if you're sitting there looking at it as the Export Ultra beer fridge suddenly bursts into life again, if you're looking at it, then you probably think, everyone's pulling out. Why does no one want to go to this event? But actually, there's only 5 of the 100 people who are invited. They make it look like no one's going.
And also, I'm going to have to throw in there is a bit of a sympathy pile on with that as well. Because they go, sorry, I can't make it. I've got my great auntie's funeral.
Yeah.
Oh, babe, so sorry to hear. So sorry to hear. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Just say no.
That's right. That's right.
Say no and go to your funeral.
But the thing is, you say that, and then people are like, oh, come on, man, her nan just died or whatever. It's like, no.
She was 90. She had a good time.
But the thing is, I'm not slagging off her nan. I'm slagging her off for making it about her nan dying now. This was so-and-so's birthday.
It was a great auntie.
And now, great auntie. Sorry, nan. Sorry,
Nan's still alive.
His nan.
Great auntie. She was just a massive pisshead, so that's why she died.
But it's like, you've now made this a shit show for everyone else. Don't introduce your grim reality into other people's days. You know? Fucking bottle it up and suffer through it like the rest of us.
I love how you're getting angry now. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. We got any more?
No, that's it. We've cleared the lines.
Cleared the lines.
All right.
Yeah, get into the yours, please. That's my favourite part of the show. In fact, if I'm honest with you, Mania, I'd much rather not talk to you and just have yours pleases the whole time.
Same here. So make sure that you keep those coming through. We'll see you tomorrow for another Wednesday edition of the Agenda Podcast.
You've been listening to the ACC's Agenda Podcast, brought to you by Export Ultra. For more episodes, like and follow on iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcasts.